everybody, this is Brian from the GuitarFactoryOC.com. Today we're going to break down Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. The ultimate song to play while you have your guitar at the beach, Margaritaville. The song only has 4 chords in it, one particular strumming pattern. I'm going to break down the intro you heard me just play, the verse and chorus. Also, if you go into the description below, you can download a copy of the chord charts. You can follow along exactly the structure. Let's get into it. Okay, breaking down the intro of the song. Those are double stops. They mean 2-note chords, and I'm playing these on the high E and the B strings only. The first shape is going to be ring finger on the B, 7th fret, high E gets the 5th fret with your pointer. And you're going to strum only those top 2 strings, the B and the high E, 3 times. Okay, make sure your arches are really good. It's easy to catch that high E with your ring finger not arched correctly. If you hear some buzzing, you want to make sure you arch that finger. So once you play that 3 times, bring that shape down to 5 on the B and 3 on the high E. And then right on back to where you were. And that's the first phrase. And then repeat that phrase. Okay. Now we're going to go to the 7th fret of the high E with our pointer, middle finger on the 8th fret of the B. We're going to strum this phrase as well, only these top 2 strings, the B and the E, 3 times. Bringing it down to where we were, 7 and 5, then down to 5 and 3, and end off at 3 and 2, same strings. Final phrase. Okay, once you finish that, you're going to land on a D chord. Okay, head right to a D, and you can actually begin the strumming pattern that's going to begin into the verse and throughout the whole song. So you could do that pattern 1 time. That strumming pattern is down, down, up, up, down, up. Now that pattern again goes throughout the whole song. You get 1 of those per chord. So as you look at the chart that's in the link in the description below, you're going to see 1 chord. Every time you see 1 of those chords, you're going to do that pattern. Down, down, up, down, up. Really important pattern to know. You should get super familiar with it as you learn more and more songs. It fits into a ton. If you want to really master it and get really good at that strumming, you can also check out one of my videos that I made a while ago that was called The 1 Strumming Pattern You Need to Know. You can click that link also below to get better at that strumming pattern. Let's head into the verse. Hey, if you're enjoying this tutorial, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe to my channel. You can get alerted when new videos drop. Okay, so once we get run down with that intro, we're going to head into the verse when the nibbling on sponge cake comes in. So there's a definitive count on how many times you're going to strum that pattern I talked about. And when you have the very first chord, that D chord, you're going to strum that D chord, that pattern, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's when all the vocals are happening over that whole line, the first verse, nibbling on sponge cake. Once you strum that pattern 6 times, you're going to head to the A chord next and strum that same pattern 8 times, this pattern. Okay, each time that down, 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 up, down, up is strummed for that A chord 8 times. When you finish the 8, you're going to go back to a D for 1 pattern, then a D7 chord for 1 pattern. And that will lead you into the chorus. So to remember how the verse goes, 6 times of the D, 8 times of the A, 1 more D, and then a D7, and you got the whole verse that he's singing prior to that chorus. Hey, if you're looking to improve your overall guitar playing, head over to the GuitarFactoryOC.com and check out our free quick start course. All right, for the chorus, coming out of that D7, you're going to be heading to a G for 1 pattern. Wasting away. A chord after that, 1 A pattern, and then a D after that in Margaritaville. So you have a G, A, D. Then we're going to head to a D7, 1 pattern. And that's the first line of the verse. Second line of the verse is the same. Searching for my lost chicken song. Okay, wrapping the chorus up, some people say, there's a woman to blame, you're going to do a G again for one pattern, an A for one pattern. Now this is the special part. Woman to blame, there's one chord that goes with the words like that. We're going to go D, A, to blame. Okay, so we're just going to do one strum apiece, no more pattern, just D, A, G, and I know A twice, nobody's home, D twice. And that's your chorus. So you're breaking down your chorus, you have the G once, A once, D, then D7, repeats twice. Then you're going to do the G and A again, and then that special turnaround, D, A, G, and then wrap it up with 2 A's, 2 D's, and that's your chorus. Again, go ahead and print that free download of the chart I made. You can really follow along to make sure you got all the counts right with it. A nice little tip to make sure you can make your chord switching smooth, keeping that strumming pattern continuing, is sometimes what they call the open string switch. And what that is as you're strumming that pattern, and then you're having to switch to another chord, that last up, you can begin to start moving your fingers already for that last up, only catching the top 3 strings like that. And you barely hear it when the pattern's going. So you'll see a lot of guitar players down, down, up, down, up. So you can barely hear that little transition, but that's a way you can get to the next chord on time. If, again, when you're strumming, you feel like you're stopping after each pattern, try that little open string switch to where, again, you are hitting the last up of the pattern, only catching those top 3 open strings, getting ready to drop to the chord. So if you see me do it kind of in slow motion, use that last up for a little bit of time to get to the next chord. Great tip to make your chord switching be more smooth, and it keeps that strumming pattern going alive.